Hey peeps, welcome to All Scrubbed Up. I'm here in Bali, beautiful Bali, although it's absolutely chucking it down outside. But I thought I would do a video that is just kind of like tropical and feels beautiful, inspired by the blue and the greens that I've seen here. So I'm going to get started. So it's going to be quite a colourful look that I'm going to do on myself today. So I'm using Urban Decay eye primer potion. Let's start with that. We're going to do this all over the eyes. It's quite humid here, so you really want products that are going to keep everything on. I'm going to start off with my skin. Usually I do my eyes quite a lot, but I am going to start off with my skin and just do a quick base. Now on a holiday, what I like to do is use little sample pots. So this is a sample pot of Studio Fix NC50. Use a little bit of that. I don't want a huge amount of coverage on my face because I feel like my skin is looking fairly decent. So I'm just gonna buff this all over. Now excuse if it's not too bright. Like I said, it's really raining outside, so it's a little bit overcast, which will affect the light. Just to cover blemishes. So today here in Bali, it's Nyepi, which is their new year. It's like a Hindu New Year, and everywhere is on pretty much like a lockdown. When I'm in lockdown, I love the fact that they celebrate this religion with their wholeheartedness, because you're not allowed to turn on any music. They don't want to hear anything really loud. You're not allowed to turn on any lights, and you're not actually allowed to be out on the street, which for a tourist is quite difficult, considering it's my last day here in Bali and I kind of want to see more of the island. Anyway, it's just a good opportunity for me to just kind of take this day to relax. I was hoping it was going to be a lot more sunnier so I could just be in the pool and enjoy myself in the pool, but unfortunately that's not so. I'm going to start again with the eyes now. I'm using the Fenty Beauty palette, which I love. There's Up. I'm not quite sure actually what the colour is called. And I'm just going to take that into my socket and just go back and forth like a windscreen wiper. Just a little bit over the entire lid, but keep it into the socket. And then just run a little bit of that underneath the eye, on the other eye. Then I'm going to use my Kat Von D brush, and I want to go into this slightly darker colour, grey colour here. And I'm just going to buff that into the socket a little bit more. The socket out. And same on the other side. With my 239 brush from MAC, which looks a little bit dirty. I'm going to go into this lovely dark blue here. It's called Socket to Me. I'm going to use that on the outer corner of the eyelid, and a little bit into the socket. Suck it to me like you want to. Back with my Kat Von D brush, I'm just going to buff that a little bit more. It's a pretty colour. It's kind of like a very dark teal blue. It's gorgeous. Yeah, now we're talking. This blue here, and this one is, I'm assuming, called Evil Genie. Press this. This is going to be like across a lot of the eyelid. So I'm just going to press that on like so. Check that out. I love this color. Oh, I love it. Look how bright that is. It's gonna look amazing with my lovely yellow jumpsuit. The eyelid. Mainly on the center of the eyelid and in the inner corner. Okay, I'm just gonna go back in with that Kat Von D brush and a little bit of the grey and just go back into the socket just to deepen that up a little bit more. This is a Cossetti brush 175. Love this brush. And I'm gonna use this lovely kind of reddish color here, saffron. I'm just going in with the tip of the brush and just buffing that into the socket. Sexy. A little bit more in the outer corner. Oh, I love it. Just gonna go back into that grey color that we used before and just buff that underneath the eye. I'm gonna do it quite low because I want this to be quite a dramatic look. 3-9 brush again. Use whatever's left and just buff that onto the lash line. I'm going to use this green colour from MAC. It's an old one. It's called Minted. I'm not even sure if they still have this pencil, but I love it. There's so many different green pencils you can use. Along, just say, 1/3 of the lash line. It's like it's on the waterline. It's like blending in with that blue eyeshadow that we've just done. Paradise I'm gonna look like with all this green and blue. And that's not bad. That's kind of what I'm going for. I'm just gonna take the end of that brush, just buff that in. Make sure that it's all nice and even. So for my lash line, on the upper lash line, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Highliner in black. Love this pencil. It's amazing. It stays. It's just my everything. And I'm just going to go onto the waterline and just use the pencil just to kind of give a little bit more definition to my top lashes. Okay. Love that. The thing I'm going to do is just bring a little bit of light on a little bit in the inner corner here. Do lashings of mascara. So I'm using my favorite, I love this, Milk Kush mascara. Now these days I really cannot be bothered to put on lashes with a lot of my dramatic looks because I just find it's too much of a hassle and I'm getting lazy, if I'm completely honest. But I just love that this mascara kind of gives you all the drama that you need. Okay, gotta wet fast now. Mascara is on. I'm doing the eyebrows. So I'm literally just brushing them up. The MAC Sculpt Brow Pencil. This one's in Spiked. And I'm just gonna fill my brows in. I want them to look quite full. Same on the other side. It's a really good pencil. It's kind of like got a little bit of a wax to it as well. It's great, I think, if you want more of that fuller brow, just to kind of make sure that everything looks a little bit thicker and more groomed. You'll see I kind of went over the center because I felt it was a little bit too pink. I didn't really want the pink. So I just used, which is like a gold color, I think it's called Casablanca. A little bit of, just a little bit of Kevin Aquan's Skin Enhancer. And I'm just buffing that underneath the eyes just a little bit. Looks a bit strong. Let's just buff that through with our foundation brush. There we go. Just cleans it up a little bit. So just to kind of clean up underneath the eyes, I'm using the smallest amount and just cleaning that up. But just take that down the side of my nose. So in this humidity, I have found Studio Fix powder to be my best friend. And the reason I found it to be my best friend is because after I start sweating a little bit, it just wears in really quickly. I don't need to use a lot. I'm using a little bit of NC45 Studio Fix powder. And I'm just gonna go over my face lightly, nose, because that gets quite shiny, and then on my forehead. I'm going to use the Morphe, this is the Brontour, this one is Showmance, the colour Showmance. It's going to give me some of that beachy look. I mean, I got a little bit of a tan, not much. I wanted to get a better tan, but hey ho. So I'm just going to buff a little bit of this over my forehead, just to warm that up a little bit. And I'm going to buff over my cheekbones. This is like the contour area. Buff underneath my chin. And again, to my cheekbones, just to sculpt it out a bit. I'm going to use the shinier part of the bronze, which is kind of like a highlight, and just go over that just to give it a little bit more of a glow. This is called Ambering Rose. I'm going to use my favorite, which is the highlighter Glow With It, the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This is just going to give me more of that bronzier look. So I'm just going to buff that over the bronze and the blush, just to meld it all in one. So I'm really getting that tropical glow. A little bit down the center of the nose. The skin is looking uber glowy. On the lips. So the lips, I want to do like a pink. I'm going to use a little bit of lip prep and prime. Pop that on first. You have to wait about 15 seconds. Let's put a little bit of highlighter underneath the brows then, just whilst we're waiting for that to set. I'm going to use a little bit of Stranded and just buff that underneath the brow, just to kind of give it a little bit. Ooh, I like it. So I'm going to use this color. It's called Be Silly by MAC. Don't know if they have it, but you can try. But it's a hot pink. It's a really nice hot pink. I'm just going to buff it onto my lips, or press it on like so, because I don't want it too strong. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Trish McAvoy This colour is called Flirt. It's quite a corally colour. I'm just going to mix the two together. So you get a bit of hot pink and coral. I think it's such a pretty colour together. And because I don't want it like a proper lipstick, but more like a lip stain, I'm just pushing it in to the lip. There you have it. Let's just take any excess and just pat it on my cheek. There you go. There we have it. I hope you like this look. My Bali Beauty look. Ooh la la. If you like this video, make sure you remember to comment, subscribe, and of course, like it. And look forward to seeing you next time, where I'm most likely going to be back in London with more rain, but still, I'll be back in London. Bye bye.